all dreamed of being an influencer, whether it's a YouTuber, a TikToker, or an Instagram model. We've all been there. We grew up watching people like Piper, Rockelle, Sis versus Bro, and dreamed of being in their shoes. But little do you guys know, behind the scenes of all these young child influencers, there's so much drama and abuse and neglect that goes on behind the scenes, where their parents are forcing them to put out content and to make these YouTube videos just to pay the bills. Today we're going to look behind the scenes of some of our favorite child influencers that went from innocent children to destructive teenagers. Let's get into it. We all remember Little Tay.
My toilet costs more to your rent. Everything in my bathroom costs more to your rent.
Little Tay, aka Claire Hope, was a Canadian YouTuber and also a rapper apparently. She rose to fame in 2018 when her brother decided to exploit her and create content using his younger sister, Little Tay. The parents were in on it, her brother was in on it, and they literally used this little girl for fame and money. So while Little Tay is being exploited by her own family, what I find appalling is that huge YouTubers like Miranda Sings and even Jake Paul did collab with Little Tay, and I'm pretty sure they got to know her behind the scenes, so they got to know her on a personal level. And even though the whole world knew that Little Tay was being exploited by her family, these huge YouTubers still decided to create content and videos with this young girl. Now that I find very disturbing, because Jake Paul and Miranda Sings are adult creating content with a 9-year-old girl who's obviously being used by her family. That's kind of a red flag. So Little Tay had her 15 minutes of fame and then suddenly disappeared. Apparently her parents wanted to step in and play the role of her parents when they realized that Little Tay was becoming quite popular and a lot of controversial stuff was happening. They completely wiped this kid, Little Tay, off of the internet, and we haven't heard anything from her since. Hope you're doing well, Little Tay. Moving on to Sis versus Bro, but mainly Karina. So everyone knows the story about how Karina confessed in a video where she admits to being exploited by her parents to create slime videos where she had no interest in creating, but her parents forced her to make these videos to pay the bills. And that's where my problem with child influencers comes into play. The fact that these parents rely on their children to pay the bills and bring in the monthly income. That's when things turn bad. I mean, it's bad enough that you already have a parent who's going to exploit you, but the fact that they're going to do it in a way to gain money and success while using their child is just sickening. I've been on YouTube for only 2 years, and I've already witnessed a ton of parents who come to me and say, oh, how can I make my child a child star? How can I make money? I've experienced this myself. Growing up, I wanted to be an actress, so I attended acting classes, and let me tell you, that was the most toxic experience I've ever been in, because the parents there forcing their, like, I literally saw parents forcing their kids to be there, pressuring them to just be perfect so they can have a famous child gaining money and fame and popularity. Like, it's such a toxic place and community to be a part of, and I feel for these little child influencers who grow up in the light because of their parents forcing them to be a YouTuber, to be an influencer, and they have no interest in being that. They just want to be a kid. Childhood influencers that turn into rebel teenagers. Who do we really blame here? The parent or the child? We're gonna get into it, starting with Piper Rockelle. So I'm sure we all know who Piper is. She started on YouTube at a very young age. Everyone knows about her and her mom and all the drama that comes along with that. But that is a whole other video that I may not even dive into because it's just too much drama. But like Piper, she started off as this like sweet little girl on YouTube making slime videos, and then her content steadily changes and it becomes more scandalous and quite inappropriate for the audience that she's trying to pull in. But this all comes down to one person, and it's her mom allowing her to do these types of videos, to pose this certain type of way. Keep in mind that Piper is literally only 15 years old and has been doing YouTube for years and has been doing some quite questionable content on YouTube, I must say, and even on TikTok and Instagram. But like, who is to really blame here. If I've learned anything from being a YouTuber or an influencer, it's definitely, if I ever do have kids in the future, I will never be shoving a camera in their face. Kids are humans, you know, they have the right to say what they want, to do what they want. And if a child doesn't give consent to being online, then they don't belong on YouTube, plastered all over social media. I mean, for me, it's definitely like, ask your child, ask the person that you're filming, hey, do you want to do this? Do you even want to be a part of this whole online world or not? And there are so many more young influencers out there being exploited and abused by their parents to create content on YouTube, on social media, everywhere. And it's sad that YouTube really does nothing about it. They may demonetize the channel for 2 or 3 months, but then what? They come right back and continue posting like nothing happened. That's why a lot of these young YouTube stars just disappear without a trace, and we're all wondering what the heck happened. Like 2 super sisters, sis versus bro, and so many more YouTube kids who just disappear for months or even years and then reappear and explain what exactly happened and how they were being forced to film. It's honestly sad. I know this isn't the typical video you're used to seeing on my channel, but stick with me till the end. I promise it'll be worth it. Besties, I have some exciting news for you. So I am doing a Roblox gift card giveaway. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to these channels: my sister's channel, my channel, and my backup vlog channel. Mostly doing this giveaway to support my sister's new channel. We're trying to get her to 100 subscribers, maybe even 200 subscribers by the end of January. So please subscribe to all of these channels, subscribe to her channel, and comment something really sweet on her most recent video for your chance to win this Roblox gift card giveaway. I will announce the winners at the end of this month. Like I said, all you have to do to enter is subscribe to all of these channels and comment something really sweet on my sister's most recent video on her channel. Also subscribe to my channel because I will be doing monthly giveaways this year, and you do not want to miss a chance to win a Roblox gift card. If you made it to the end of this video, comment a yellow heart down below.
Big. I have a friend that is very tall and hairy and lives in the woods. His feet are huge and he's kinda smelly, but I don't mind. I leave him some snacks like candy, and in return he leaves me fresh fruit. Daddy says men are searching and hunting for a mean monster called a Sasquatch in the forest. I better let my friend know to be safe and keep an eye out for the Sasquatch.